Welcome back with another video on this channel. I'm heinous and we are doing Advent of Cyber 2024. So we are on task 21, day 15. We're gonna do a lot of Active Directory. So as you can see on my screen at the right side, on the right side we already have a de-investigation v4 Active Directory loaded, which means that I already started my VM. We don't need a tag box in this task. Because I checked it already from this particular picture that they don't need to have a tag box, but we do need to have VM, and split screen is available, and they will also provide us the credentials as well. So let's continue from where it starts. So day 15, be it ever so heinous, there's no place like domain controller. That is correct. There's already a walkthrough, just check it out. I'm gonna create my own walkthrough here for you guys with a little bit more detail. So it is helpful for all the guys who are trying to learn this Active Directory and all the stars in a simplified manner. So thank you guys for all the support and all the love you are pouring in my channel. Although it's very small, but we are steadily growing every day. Ahead of SOC mass, the team decided to do a routine security check of one of their Active Directory domain controllers. Okay. Upon some quick auditing, the team noticed something was off. Could it be the domain controller has been breached or compromised? With sweat on their brow, the SOC team smashed the glass and hit the panic alarm. There's only one person who can save us. Okay. So it is Glitch or MaxKitty. Let's check it out. Learning objectives. Learn about the structure of the Active Directory. Learn about common Active Directory attacks. Very good. Investigate a breach against an Active Directory connecting to the machine. So we already done so already. So if the VM is not visible, you use the blue show split view button at the top. We already done so, and here is the RDP credential if we want to do that. Awesome. Introducing Active Directory. Here we go. So I'm also doing HTB, hack the box machines as well. So few days ago I was able to pawn the nibble machine, which is archive machine, so that means I can create a walkthrough for that. So later on, after I complete this cyber advent of Cyber 2024, I will be creating the walkthrough and giving you the walkthrough of nibble machine as a video and also as a blog post as well. Introducing Active Directory. Before diving into the Active Directory, let us understand how network infrastructure can be mapped out and ensure that access to the resources is well managed. This is typically done through directory services, which map and provide access to network resources within an organization. The lightweight directory access control, it's not that much lightweight now. Every organization is using it, and the name just have the lightweight, otherwise it is very heavy. Forms the core of the directory services. It provides a mechanism for accessing and managing directory data to ensure that searching for and retrieving information about subjects and objects such as users, computers, and groups is quick. Yeah, it is quick, but still in today's big organization, enterprise level organization, the Active Directory could become a bottleneck. Active Directory AD is therefore a directory service at the heart of most enterprise networks that store information about objects in a network. The associated objects can include users, group, computers, printer, and resources. That is true. Users, individual accounts representing people or services. Groups, collection of users or other objects, often with specific permissions. Computers, machines that belong to the domain governed by AD policies. Printer and other resources, network accessible devices or services. The building blocks of an AD architecture include domain, logical grouping of network resources such as users, computers, and services. They serve as main boundary for AD administration and can be identified by their domain components and domain controller name. Everything inside the domain is subject to the same security policies and permissions. Not so. It really depends upon the permission on a specific organizational unit. We saw that in one of the tasks in here before, right? Okay. Organizational unit, OUs are containers within a domain that help group objects based on departments, locations, or functions for easier management. Administrators can apply group policy settings to specify OUs, allowing more granular control of security settings or access permissions. Forest, a collection of one or more domains that share a standard schema, configuration, and global catalog. The forest is the top level container in the AD. Yeah, that is true. Trust relationship. Trust relationship domains within a forest and across forests can establish trust relationship that allow users in one domain to access resources in another, subject to permission. Combining all these components allows us to establish the distinguished name DN that an object belongs to within the AD. The structure of the name would be as follows. Okay. So there is DN, CN is equal to mere malware. Organization unit is management, DC is where, valley, and DC again is THM, distinguished name. DN is domain name, OU is organization unit, and DC and DC is distinguished. DC is something else, and DN is distinguished name. What is DC? Domain controller? Yeah, we can have multiple domain controller, I think, or just one domain controller. We'll see. Alright. Core Active Directory components. Active Directory contains several key components that allow it to provide a wide range of services. Understanding these components will give one a clear picture of how AD supports administrative and security operations. Okay. Domain controllers. Domain controllers are the servers that host Active Directory services. They store the AD database and handles authentication and authorization requests such as logging in users or verifying access to the resources. Multiple DCs can exist within a domain for redundancy. So hence they answer our question. One domain can have multiple domain controllers for redundancy and high availability. When changes are made to AD, such as adding users or updating passwords, these changes are replicated across all DCs, ensuring that the directory remains consistent and highly available as well. Global Catalog. The Global Catalog GC is searchable database within AD that contains a subset of information from all objects in the directory. This allows users and services to locate objects in any domain in the forest, even if those objects reside in different domains. Global Catalog. So it can have information about users and services in any domain in the forest, even if those objects reside in different domains. Wow, this is a good one. Okay. LDAP is protocol, lightweight directory access protocol. AD uses this protocol to query and modify the directory. The protocol allows for fast searching and retrieving of the information about objects such as users, computers, and groups. Kerberos authentication. So this is a skewed version of authentication. There is NTLM and there is another one is Kerberos. Kerberos is mostly considered as secure and is the optimal way of doing authentication, and it is a recommended way of doing the authentication because it is secure within the network. If you go outside of the network, I think you need to go with the NTLM, the latest version. The default authentication protocol used by AD providers, secure authentication by using ticket rather than passwords. Yep. Okay. Group policy. One of the Active Directory's most powerful feature is group policy, which allows administrator to ensure policies across the domain. Group policies can be applied to users, computers, or enforce password policies, software deployment, firewall settings, and more. Group policy objects, GPOs, or the containers that hold these policies. A GPO can be linked to an entire domain, an OU, or a site, giving the flexibility in applying policies. Let us say the max security wants to ensure that all users within the Where Valley SOC follow a strict password policy, ensuring minimum password length and complexity rules. Here is how it would be done. I think we saw this part before, right? And we changed a few things to test it out. Using the run window, open group policy management from your server by typing gpmc.msc. Right click your domain and select the create a GPO in the domain. Link it here. Name the new GPO password policy. Edit the GPO by navigating to the computer configuration policies, Windows settings, security setting, account policy, and password policy. Configure the following setting. Minimum password length should be 12. Enforce password history 10 passwords. Maximum password age 90. Password must meet complexity requirement enabled. Click OK and then click the GPO to the domain or specify OU you want to target. This policy will now be applied across domain, ensuring all users meet these password requirements. Okay, we're not gonna do that because we already done so in one of the tasks above. So we're gonna just move forward with the theory that we have at hand. Common Active Directory attacks. Adversaries are always looking for ways to breach and exploit Active Directory environments to destabilize and cause havoc to organization, because this is a very central thing to everything. So the Active Directory attacks are very common, and sometimes if the Active Directory is not secured or misconfigured, these attacks can basically cause havoc to the organization if there are no backups configured or there's no DR or whatnot. Working with glitch to secure SOC mask requires us to know common attacks and their mitigation measures. Golden ticket attack. A golden ticket attack allows attacker to exploit the Kerberos protocol and impersonate any account on the AD by forging a ticket granting ticket TGT by compromising the KRBTGT account and using its password hash. Okay, it looks like a kind of a backdoor or something. The attacker gains complete control over the domain for as long as the forged ticket remains valid. Wow. The attack requires 4 critical pieces of the information to be successful. I was saying that the Kerberos is very secure, but in here in the golden ticket, it's saying that if you can hack or compromise this account, you will be able to basically have a full control on all the domain. Fully qualified domain name. Okay, so FQDN, fully qualified domain name of the domain. Set of the domain, username of an account to impersonate KRBTGT account, password hash. Wow. Detection for this type of attack involves monitoring for unusual activity involving the KRBTGT. Event ID is 4768. Look for TGT request for high privilege account. Event ID 4672. This logs when special privilege such as SE TCP privilege are assigned to a user. Pass the hash. This type of attack steals the hash of a password and can be used to authenticate to services without needing the actual password. Okay, this is possible because the anti-LM protocol allows authentication based on password hashes. Key ways to mitigate this attack are enforcing strong password policies, conducting regular audits on account privileges, and implementing multi-factor authentication across the domain. But I mean, hash of the password, how this could be allowed? I mean, the password should be, see, you enter the password should travel and to the Active Directory through anti-LM, and then it should be hashed through a process, and then this hash should be compared with the hash that we have stored already. So this is how it should go. Okay. We have Kerberos-sting. Kerberos-sting is an attack targeting Kerberos in which the attacker requests service tickets for accounts with service principal name SPNS, extract the tickets and password hashes, and then attempts to crack them offline to retrieve the plaintext password. Wow. Mitigation for this type of attack involves ensuring that the service accounts are secured with strong passwords, and therefore implementing secure policies across the AD would be the defense. Okay, pass the ticket. In pass the ticket attack, attackers steal Kerberos tickets from a compromised machine and use them to authenticate as a user or service whose ticket are stolen. This attack can be detected through monitoring for suspicious login using event 4768 TGT requests. It was there, yeah, we had 4768 as well here. They mention it again here, especially if a user is logging in from unusual locations or devices. Additionally, event ID 46424 successful login will reveal tickets being used for authentication. Malicious GPO. Adversaries are known to abuse group policies to create persistent, privileged access accounts and distribute and execute malware by setting up policies that mimic software deployment across entire domain. With escalated privileges across the domain, attackers can create GPOs to accomplish goals at scale, including disabling core security software and features such as firewalls, antiviruses, security updates, and logging. Additionally, scheduled tasks can be created to execute malicious scripts or exfiltrate the data from affected devices across the domain. Oh wow, man. So basically, if you just hack the Active Directory, you can do pretty much anything within the network. Mitigate against the exploitation of the group policy, GPOs need to be regularly audited for unauthorized changes. Strict permissions and procedures for GPO modification should also be enforced. Skeleton key attack. In skeleton key attack, attackers install a malware backdoor to log into any account using a master password. Wow. The legitimate password for each account would remain unchanged, but attackers can bypass it using the skeleton key password, root key password, or backdoor key password. Investigating an Active Directory breach. Group policy. As previously discussed in this task, group policy is a means to distribute configuration and policies to enrolled devices in the domain. For attackers, group policy is a lucrative means of spreading malicious script to multiple devices. Yes. Reviewing group policy objects, GPOs, is a great investigation step. In this section, we will use PowerShell to audit our GPOs. First, we can use the get GPO commandlet to list all GPOs installed on the domains controller. Let's do that. We need to have PowerShell. Here we go. And then let me make it a little bit bigger using properties, and let's go with font 20. Okay, right, so it is get GPO dash all. This is all the information that it had visible here. This would allow us to look for out of place GPOs. We can export a GPO to an HTML file for further investigation to make it easier to see what configurations the policy enforces. For this example, we will export the set wallpaper GPO. We can already see that there is a malicious GPO, glitch malware, persistent. I don't see the set one. Maybe we need to create it. Okay. Please note this is a demonstration. GPU isn't present on the practical machine for today's task. Okay. Get GPU report name, and then the file. It's then the path of the file that we need to have. We can run it. Let's run it. But instead of this, let's go with this one. Come on. Why it is not copied? I don't know why it is not copied. We can basically mention the malware GPU in order to get all of the information and generate the report. For some reason, my machine is not copying the command itself. Then when opening the HTML file in the browser, we are presented with a overview of the things, such as when the policy was created and modified. Here, what devices or users the GPU applies to, the permissions over the GPU, the user or computer configuration that it enforces. Wow, so almost all the information will be available there. From the screenshot above, we can see the policy sets the desktop wallpaper of devices using the image located in the cthm.jpg on the domain controller. Domains are naturally likely to have many GPUs. We can use the same get GPU command with a bit of PowerShell foo to list only those GPU that were recently modified. This is a handy snippet because it highlights policies that were recently modified, perhaps by an attacker. Okay, let's do that. Come on, get this GPU. Okay, and install. Pipe it where object, and then we are passing the value dot modify time. So once you press tab, it will automatically give you the information, and then space, and then again pipe, select dash object, display name. So now we are capturing the columns that we need to display, and modification time. Awesome. So here we go. So all of these three policies were modified. Event viewer. Windows came packaged with the event viewer. This invaluable repository stores a record of system activity, including security events, service behaviors, and so forth. For example, within the security tab of the event viewer, we can see the history of user logs in. Okay. Attempts and log off. The screenshot below shows a record of user CMnatic attempting to log into the device. Okay. All categories of events are given an event ID. The table below provides notable event IDs for today's task. Okay. 4624 is a user account has logged on. 46425 is user account failed to log on. 4672 is special privilege like SETCB privilege has been assigned to the user. 4768, a TGT Kerberos ticket was requested by high privileged account. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, user auditing. User accounts are a valuable and often successful method of attack. You can use event viewer IDs to review user events and PowerShell to audit their status. Attack methods such as password spraying will eventually result in user account being locked out depending on the domain controller's lockout policy. If you all locked account, you can use the search AD account commandlet, applying some filters to show information such as the last name and the user had successfully logged in. Okay, let's do that. Search, not like this. Search AD account minus logged out, and pipe it to select dash object. We need name, we need same account name, log out, log on date, and distinguished name. We didn't find anything. Additionally, a great way to quickly review the user account's permission present on a domain as well as their group membership is by using the get-ad user commandlet demonstration below. Let's run this. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I will be able to paste the command here. Or it is not allowed. Not sure why it is not pasting. So let's type it. Get-ad command. The user dash filter static space properties member of select object. We need name, we need same account name, then we are mentioning at name is equal to groups, and then we have an expression. Expression is equal to $_ dot member of. Are we missing any? Yeah, we were missing, so we put it. Here we go. So these are all the groups that we have. Reviewing PowerShell history and logs. PowerShell, like Bash on Linux, keeps a history of commands inputted into the session. Reviewing these can be a fantastic way to see recent actions taken by the user account on the machine. Okay, let's do that. Before we go anywhere, let's go to the app data. Make sure spelling is right. Here we go. Microsoft Windows PowerShell PSRaid console history. So here we go. So these are all the commands that were executed here. At least from here to here we executed, rest of them were executed before. You can use this inbuilt notepad on Windows or your favorite text editor to view the PowerShell command history. Okay. Additionally, logs are recorded for every PowerShell process and executed on system. The logs are located within the event viewer. Event viewer. Application and services logs. And then Microsoft Windows PowerShell operational. We'll wait for it to load. Then is Microsoft Windows PowerShell operational, or also under the application service log Windows PowerShell. Okay, Windows PowerShell as well. So here is the all information that we are looking for. We have 4096241. A lot of log is there. Your task for today is to investigate YYYY SOC mask Active Directory controller for suspected breach. Answer the question below to confirm the detail of the breach. Use the security tab within the event viewer to answer the question from 1 and 2. Security tab. Security tab. Yeah, in the Windows. Here is the security. Alright. On what day was glitch underscore malware lost logged in? Lost logged in. This is off. This is logged on. And it is YYYY-THM. Account name is DC. So this is not the account that we are looking for. Let's move on. New log on. Logged off. Network connection to TryHackMe remote server appears unstable. Okay, let me refresh it. Hopefully this time it is working fine. Hopefully. We'll add the flags basically. Okay, security, then logged on, null SID, new log on. We are looking for glitch underscore malware. I'm using arrows to move between the logs. Or we can do filtering, basically account name. So let's find current log. We are looking for, like, example, user is glitch underscore and where, let's see, we don't have any. Was lost logged in. What the event ID for log in? So let's go with the event IDs, right? So go with 4624 and let's search it out. So here we go. We have all the log available here. Yeah, the count name is not visible. Yeah, now it is visible. Oh man. Security tab. We are in the security tab. YYYY. So malware. Glitch. I don't see any logs here. What could be the issue? Just a moment. So now is able to find anything unless I go with the find option instead of filter option. So once I do that, as you can see, the log off is here. Let's go with the log on. The count was logged off again. New login, special privileges. Okay, so the timing is this one. (11/07/2024). Hopefully, no. Okay, let's change the values. 07011. Yeah, what is the event ID shown in the login? 4672. Okay, maybe this is a special login. Let's find the actual login, which is 4624, and here you can see the task is login only. Let's enter this one. 24. Hopefully, yeah, In the PowerShell history of the administrator account, what was the command that was used to enumerate the Active Directory users? So we already opened one here. Let's open the folder. Let me close this. So this was for which user? It was for administrator user. Active Directory. Maybe this one. Not sure. Yay, okay. Look in the PowerShell log file located in the log file or logs itself, man. So here we go. What is happening here, man? One moment, let me refresh. It is not working. Come on, man. Let me make it off. Maybe the... What about now? Why it is not working, guys? Somehow the... Let me open another event viewer. All right, let's make it a little bit like this. So we're looking for application and services, and then Windows PowerShell. Here we go. What was the glitch malware's password? We don't know. Search for the password. Hopefully we'll get something here. It is the password, man. Password never expired is there, but we are looking for glitch malware set password. So let's find more. This value should change, so let's find a little bit more. It is changed drastically, and yeah, here is the secure string, and this is the password we were looking for, I hope. Without the quotation. Okay, awesome. Review the group policy objects present on the machine. What is the name of the installed GPO? Installed GPO. Let me close it. I don't know how to go to. Okay, let's go from here since I cannot click on the PowerShell. Let's open the PowerShell from here. Maybe PowerShell is in the Windows System 32. System 32. And here we need, come on, PowerShell. Reconnect. Something going on with the machine. There is a PowerShell here. PowerShell.exe we are looking for. Yeah, here we go. So let's open this one. Here we go. What we are looking for, get GPO, I think, dash all. This is what we had used before. Let's see the hint. Provide the name of the GPU exactly how it is displayed. Maybe this is the new installed one, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining me on this journey. It was a little bit dry, but hopefully you enjoyed this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Help us build the community. If you have any comments, please mention in the comment section down below. And once we come back, we're gonna go with Azure Day 16. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.